Benny boy.
Dude, how you doing?
Yeah, good. Got a sec?
Course, mate, for you always.
Sweet, man. How you doing, bud? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you, mate. It's been a good week. It's yeah, mate, manic, but wouldn't have it any other way.
Good, man. Good, man. Busy then, yeah?
Yeah. Just sort of onboarding a few new clients, and everybody's got stuff that needs going on. There's an event happening this weekend, and yeah, mental.
You got customers that do new things but don't tell you about them, so then when they post about them, you can't post about them.
Do you know what? I've got this particular customer, right? And this morning, he looks like he's launched this whole new business without fucking telling me about it.
Yeah, this is
And
true.
it's really irritating.
Yeah, it must be irritating. It must be irritating. That's going to be the sort of topic of this session. But we'll get to that in a sec. As you know, I'm going to start each of these with a bit of a question, which goes into the serious category. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking about it for a little while. So we'll start off with, so if you for a week could swap your life with that of a TV or movie character, who would it be and why?
Oh, do you know? Like, my first thought was was Kermit the Frog, right?
What? Why Kermit?
I genuinely don't know. I feel like he's got his shit together. He's he's got a good thing going. He's always on the telly. Uh,
He's constantly got a hand up his ass.
yeah, but he's also got loads of pals around him. Like,
Yeah, no, he is popular. He is popular. Right, so we're sticking with Kermit.
no, I can't let that be the answer.
I,
Uh,
I think that's it, mate. I think you're live now, and we've said Kermit, so I
uh,
think that's yeah,
all right,
that's out there.
but in the edit, can we go with like Obi-Wan Kenobi or something? That's a lot better.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Cheers.
Right, so what a cracking start to this one, mate. Awesome. But yeah, as I say, I think it's called gotcha journalism. This, so everyone that
I
I
do
know
very
that
much
knows.
feel like I've been got.
Yeah, it's already started. Yeah, but everyone that I know that knows you is, oh, Ben's lovely, Ben's great. But so I basically want this session to rip that down. That's what I want. I want to pull down the curtain and people to
Yeah.
see that underneath it all, you are a cynical bastard who has so much disdain for so much in the world.
Yes.
Um, yeah, and I want to start with voice notes. So, what is the story behind you hating a voice note?
Voice notes, the thing that winds me up about voice notes is that people that love them go, oh, well, they're just easier, aren't they? It's just so much easier to talk rather than type. You go, right, it's easier for you, that's fine. But not for me, because I'm not being funny, babe. But when I need to go back to our WhatsApp chat and reference something that you told me 3 weeks ago, I
Yeah.
don't know which voice note it's in, and they're all like 10 minutes long, and it takes me 6 hours to find the tiny bit of information I'm looking for
Okay.
because not only do you sort of send a voice note for literally everything, they just contain such shit, and it's all like just noises and little thoughts that pop into your brain. It's easier for the sender, not for the receiver, and that winds me up.
Yeah, well, that does make sense, particularly in the field you're in. Now I do understand that a little bit more. When people like, I don't know, my auntie says, "How are you?" and I go back saying "good" on a voice note, and she's moody about it. That's the ones that I think used to confuse me. But I now understand if you've got to go back to look for a Southend announcement and see what date it was and who we spoke to and who to tag, and it's in a fucking clip that big that's got a place on next to it. That does make sense. So you turned
Yeah.
me a little bit. Um, because my main hatred for it was people on LinkedIn. I've actually even voice notes on before, and they've put back, "I don't listen to voice notes," but they're the same. But they're the same person who posted saying, "Don't just DM me sales. I want to get to know you first." So so LinkedIn isn't Facebook, so I can't post personal stuff. You don't take a voice note, so I can't put tonality and personality. What are we doing here then? I don't know how you can win with these people.
Mate, you can't, and I love it when I post something and people in the comments start going, oh, this isn't Facebook, or do you know who might care? Someone on Facebook. It's my favorite thing, and you just go back with a little thumbs up and something really nice and positive, and they hate it.
Yeah, cracking. Good stuff, mate. Good stuff. Right, so then, yeah, as I say, I want to get onto the list of a few things. We don't have to. I mean, we'd be here all day if we spoke about the things that Ben Littlewood gets pissed off by. But yeah, what are a couple of others? What's the next one on the list that you can think of that not everybody will be annoyed? It's like traffic. I think that annoys everyone, right? But what about something that annoys you that might not annoy everyone?
Um, okay, there's two that spring to mind. One is people that walk slowly. Um, that
Right.
that really, like, mate, I'm delighted for you that you've got nowhere to be today, but I do. So let's get a move on, shall we? You know, just be aware that there's people behind you and get out of the way.
Yeah.
Um, the other is the little plastic bottle tops that are attached to the bottle. I,
Right. Yeah.
just because some idiot can't recycle the both bits together, now we all have to suffer. You know, and I just get poked in the eye every time I try and have a drink.
Yeah.
It that oh, really gets my goat. Hate it, hate it.
Although there's a bit of a theme here, mate, that basically it's other people's idiocy that's now impacting your life. Like, I feel like you deserve better because you're not in that idiot camp. Like voice notes are easier for someone, the cap on is easier for someone, walking slow is easy for that person, but it all impacts you through their idiocy. Is that the main thing?
Exactly, and it's the same as like when you get in the train somewhere and you're getting up to the barrier and people haven't got their ticket ready to scan. What have you been doing with your time? Like it's taken you 4 hours to get from the train to the gate because you walk so slowly, and you still haven't had enough time to get your fucking ticket ready.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
let's get a move on.
yeah, yeah. No, I do get that one. That is a difficult one, especially when you're going through like the underground and you're literally going at 100 mile an hour anyway, and then you just stop right into the back of someone, a sweaty shirt, just because they haven't been doing that. That does make sense to me. That
Yeah,
does make
hate
sense.
it.
It's sweet,
Oh, I've
mate.
got another. I've got another one. I've got another one. Why is
Okay.
it that when you go, you're flying somewhere, you get to the airport, and it's always gate 400. Nobody in the history of the world has ever flown from gate one. Gate one does not exist. I'm convinced of it because it's always like a 3 mile walk to your gate, always. And that's the thing. You never ever get to the airport and they go, "Oh, it's just round this corner, mate." No, it's always on the other side of London.
Yeah, 100% is. Are you one of those? Are you one of them people that when it gets called, if you've got like a bit of a pint, are you decking that pint and legging it there, or are you? I'd put you in the normal person category if you just chill because there's going to be hundreds of people there anyway. What category are you in?
Oh, I'm not too fussed about getting to the plane on like getting on the plane first because it's not going to go without. I mean, it will go without me, obviously, but there's no.
Yeah,
I can either sit around having my pint waiting for the plane to arrive, or I can get on and sit in the tin can for longer. That doesn't make any
yeah,
sense to me.
no,
Um, yeah. Oh, people that clap when the plane lands. That annoys me.
yeah, no, that is annoying. And when a film finishes,
I've never had it when a film finishes.
yeah, that was bad. The final Harry Potter finish when I went to watch it, and I was more in tears than clapping. And yeah, people started clapping. And at first, I don't know if this gets put in the prejudice category, but I definitely thought that was just an American thing. But no, no, I was sat in Dustin, Northamptonshire, and people were clapping Harry Potter finishing. So yeah, I was not happy about that.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure. I mean, nobody applauds me when I go to work. Nobody
Uh,
cheers when I walk in the room. So
yeah. How do you feel about tipping? About tipping waiters and hairdressers and stuff? How do you feel about
um, I think if again it's an American thing that's somehow made its way over,
that? Yeah,
which I'm not a big fan of because it's American. Um, but if they've done a particularly good job, or if I've been particularly awkward and they've been uh, okay with it, and then yeah, fine. Um, the the trouble I have with it is the added service charges to bills.
yeah,
That absolutely not having that. Um, like if you say, oh, we rely on tips to make up like the staff's pay, it's like just pay them properly. Why? No,
yeah.
that winds me up. But every so often, it's all right.
Yeah, 100%. I do tip. I tip my barber and I tip at restaurants. So I mean, if I've just nipped in for a pint or a bit of garlic bread, then I don't. But if I've been there for a full meal, I do. But I don't know why I do it. I think I do it just because it's a thing you do. Because like you say, if the barbers, I'm in there for half an hour getting my hair cut, and that's just your job, isn't it? Like I don't know why I'm giving you a bit extra because, like you say, no one's doing that for us. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. But I still do
Yeah,
it. So
yeah. It was like a few months ago, I couldn't make my appointment at the barber, and so he decided to come in on a day that he was having off. and open up in the evening just so I could come in and get my hair cut. Top
Sweet.
guy,
Yeah.
like throw a bit extra on top. Thanks very much.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah.
Nice, good stuff. And then so with work, mate. So you're in the world of marketing.
Mm.
Um, what's changing? What's new in that world? Because the more we move on with technology, it's obviously it's an industry that I think everybody, including myself, thinks they know and thinks they're good at until you work with someone like yourself and realise you didn't know and you're not good at. But what's changing there? What does the next 6 to 12 months look like with regards to marketing? And how people are seeing things in the corporate world? Because I know everyone talks about personal brand and stuff like that, but I mean particularly on LinkedIn in the corporate space with SMEs, what's changing there? And what can businesses do to get more eyes on them basically and actually start drumming up business rather than just fancy graphics and nice videos that people go, oh, I like that. How can people change that into making cash?
The thing to think about there is what outcome you're expecting and asking for from a from a post. So you got to
Yeah.
remember that social media isn't a place to sell stuff. It's a place to start a conversation or spark a thought or sort of start getting in front of your customers so that when the time does come that they're ready to buy, then you're the first sort of person that they think of.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think there's been a few changes with the platforms and kind of how they work over the last few months. Video is still massively on the up, so if you're looking for reach, then that's the way to do it. The interesting thing will be next year, in January, when this social media ban comes in for
Of course, yeah.
under 16s, because I had a client ask me when it was announced, how's this going to impact what we're doing. So I said, well, it won't, mate, because we're not targeting under 16s.
Yeah, yeah.
But then I had to think about it, and actually, with all these people leaving the platforms, we're going to find that creators start leaving the platforms as well, because suddenly their audience is no longer there, and
Yeah.
that in turn gives us a load more space to actually kind of be heard. There's going to be a lot less rubbish to cut through, but people are still going to want that entertainment value that they'll no longer be getting. So the kind of the style of the content that you're going to have to put out to not just be seen, but to be watched and observed is going to have to change in line with that. So that'll be a really interesting adjustment.
Yeah, 100%. I didn't think of that because it will obviously be a lot less people on there and a lot less targeted at that audience. So then what we're aiming for could go through the roof a little bit. So yeah, I didn't think about that at all. I did have another question for you there, but it's completely slipped my mind, mate. But yeah, that was it. So with I think what I struggled with in the past, or since I've been working with you, is that I always tried to market Huddle Up or market myself how I would like it, but I'm just one person. I don't know if you see that with other companies and stuff. Like I think, what's the point of having a nice website? I won't click on a website to look at something. Or if someone put up a nice video, it wouldn't make me go to that brand. But other people see things differently. I don't know if you see that with other business owners who are like, nah, I wouldn't do that. Well, it's not down to you. It's down to who could buy your service. Do you find that quite a lot, or is that just me?
No, mate, you're definitely not on your own there. People have it's normally when they get to that stage where they've outgrown the startup period, and they're moving into the next sort of stage of their business. And you know, we both know that when you're in that sort of startup period, you have to work on basically gut instincts and this is what I think it should look like, and you're doing everything yourself. So you adjust. You've got to be able to adjust and be able to let go of this is what I thought it was and this is what I thought would be good, if you actually want to get anything out of it. But yeah, you're not the only one that feels that way, I promise.
Good mate, good stuff, good stuff. All right, cool. Well, listen, we'll leave this got a sec session here, mate. But obviously, I end every single one with a really important one. We're going to build up a playlist of songs from everyone that comes on. We've got
Yes.
some going on there like spoken word poetry and people doing their own tunes that are uploaded to Spotify. So it's going to be a cool playlist over time. So yeah, what song are you putting on there, mate? 'Cause it's a difficult question, but you've got one prepped, right?
Yeah, I didn't realise that this like the spoken word thing was going to be on there. I think this might it sounds like quite a deep playlist, and I'm not sure I've read the room right if I'm honest.
No, it's all good. Yesterday we had Joe Hurst on. He had "Get Up Off of That Thing" by James Brown. So yeah, it's that was some funky soul stuff. We're gonna have everything on there. I'm sure some people are gonna have Slipknot, some people are gonna have MJ. There's gonna be steps and whatever going on. So yeah, it's gonna be varied as mate.
Okay. Well, I would like to add my go-to karaoke song, which is "Boom Shake the Room," Fresh Prince.
Nice, mate. Love it. Well, it's the thing is, the first two tracks we had are really positive, so I might just keep it a happy place. We'll see what happens. But obviously, if I come on and speak about a really dour subject, I don't think someone's going to put on Reach by Stump Seven. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. But mate, that's an absolute banger. And I didn't notice a karaoke tune, so next time we're on the old mate, that has got to come out. But that's a class one. Brilliant, man. But I want to thank you for your time as well, mate, and thank you for your supporting this whole project so far because yeah, you helped me out with a lot of stuff like this, and you have done for ages. So I really appreciate it, mate. And yeah, obviously later down the line we'll jump on again and see how we go. But no, it's been a good crack, mate. And I really appreciate your time.
No, thank you, mate. I really enjoyed it.
Legend, mate. When anyone listening or watching, whenever you've got a sec, you know where I am. Cheers.